Hello, dear students. I'm Dr. Madhuri Goswami. Welcome back to this lesson, that is, in the continuation of the previous lessons. Dear students, in English language, we have lots of words which have the same pronunciation, the same spelling, but different meaning. These words are known as homonyms. Likewise, we have another category of the word which have the same pronunciation but different spelling and different meaning. These words are known as homophones. Then comes the third category of words. That consists of such words which have the same spelling but different pronunciation and different meaning depending on the context. That means what function or job is performed by that word, whether it's a verb or it's a noun or an adjective. That role decides how that word will be pronounced and what is the meaning of that word. Please have a look on this table. That will help you understand the key differences. Please pause the video if you want more time. डियर स्टूडेंट्स, इस प्रकार के वर्ड्स बहुत ट्रिकी होते हैं और इंग्लिश लर्नर्स के लिए दे क्रिएट और दे कॉज मैनी प्रॉब्लम्स एंड द स्पीकर्स एंड द लर्नर्स ऑफ इंग्लिश दे गेट कंफ्यूज्ड. So to solve this problem, we have been studying commonly confusing English words. Now let's move further and take up the next pair of words. Accurate versus precise. These are two words in the next pair of the list. Accurate means exact and precise means close to exact. The drawing of the building was accurate. His precise shooting skills in archery have earned him medals. Now let's take up two very confusing words, adverse and averse. In Hindi translation, we have the same meaning for these two words, that is pratikul. But still, there is a difference between these two words. Adverse means something or someone is hostile towards you or a situation, whereas averse means having a clear dislike of something, strongly opposed to something. For example, he seems to be averse to exercise. Let's see the use of the first word adverse in the sentence. The adverse weather condition has forced many people to stay indoors. Now compare it with this sentence. The president's adverse economic solutions have made him unpopular. Now comes the another pair of words. These words may be new for you or you may be familiar with them. Appraise versus apprise. Have you ever heard these words before? Well, let me tell you the meaning of these words. Appraise means to commend or praise someone, whereas apprise means up to date. Different spelling, different pronunciation, and different meaning. But still, people might get confused while using them. If you will know the correct meaning, if you will remember it, then you will not be confused. Now let's see the use of these words in sentences. An employer should appraise the ability of his employees. It's very simple to remember. Praise, that is, to say good words for someone. To commend someone. Now let's see the example of the another word. We must apprise them of the dangers that may be involved. That is, to keep update, to keep aware, to keep informed. Now, borrow versus lend. Borrow means to receive something from someone temporarily, and lend means to give or borrow something at a cost. Examples: I always borrow my books from the school library because it's cheaper than buying mine. The second example is, the company lends out cars for events such as weddings. Next interesting pair of words consists of comprise and compose. These words are also considered as confusing because their meaning is somewhat similar. Comprise means to include items to make up something, and compose is the act of putting together items to make up something. It will be clear when we will see these examples. A car comprises of an engine, gearbox, and wheels. In order to compose a good car, you need these items: engine, gearbox, and wheels. Desert versus dessert. Dear students, please pay your attention towards the spelling and pronunciation. The first word is desert. D-E-S-E-R-T. Desert, it's a big dry portion of land that has no vegetation cover and is barren such that plants can't thrive. Whereas dessert is a sweet confection served as the last course of a meal. The western part of our country is a desert. I love hot chocolate brownie as a dessert. So, dear students, I hope your doubts about, your confusion about these words are no more. But just listening to this lesson is not enough, just watching it not enough. You need to practice. Frame at least 5 sentences. Just 5 sentences using these words. I would be happy to see those sentences in comments so that I can suggest corrections if required. The next pair of words on this list consists of grey versus grey. You might start wondering, is there any difference? Yes, one difference is noticeable, and that's the difference of one letter in the spelling of these two words. Is there any difference in the meaning of these words? No, it's the same. If there isn't any difference, why are there two versions of the same word? Well, let's know about this. The meaning of both these words is the same, and that's a neutral color that is somewhere in the middle between black and white. Dear students, we noticed that there is one letter difference between grey, G-R-A-Y, and grey, G-R-E-Y. The same pronunciation, just one letter difference between the spellings. These are two versions of the same word. The first version, G-R-E-Y, is more popular in British English, while the another one, that's spelt G-R-A-Y, is used mostly in American English. Dear students, ये दोनों words एक ही word के two versions हैं. दोनों words black and white color के middle tone को refer करते हैं. दोनों का difference सिर्फ यही है. First one grey with the letter E, ये British English में use किया जाता है. Whereas the other one, that is with letter A, G-R-A-Y, इसका यूज अमेरिकन इंग्लिश में देखने को मिलता है. Therefore, you should use one of these depending on whether you are talking to someone from the UK or from the US. Now let's take up the next pair of words on the list. These words are quite interesting because these words have been in the air around us. You must have heard these words in the TV news, or you must have read them in the newspapers. Epidemic and pandemic. Let's know what's the difference and where we should use epidemic and where we should use the word pandemic. Dear students, both of these words have the same root and refer to diseases, but there is a big difference between them. Well, first let's understand the meaning of these two words. What does epidemic means? An epidemic is an occurrence of an illness that is actively spreading in a community at a particular time. Whereas a pandemic is also related to some spreading out of a disease, but it is something more global, affecting the whole country or even the whole world, and relates to the disease being widely spread geographically. The Hindi translation for the word epidemic is Mahamari. And the Hindi translation for the second word, that's epidemic, is Sarvavyapi Mahamari. With every disease, there is a certain number of people that scientists or doctors expect to get sick at a specific period of time. When the actual number of people who catch the disease suddenly becomes a lot larger than it was expected, this is an epidemic. जब किसी भी बीमारी से कुछ नियत संख्या से अधिक और एक स्पेसिफिक टाइम पीरियड में जब बहुत ज़्यादा लोग उस बीमारी से ग्रस्त हो जाते हैं, उसे कहा जाता है एपिडेमिक, महामारी. However, when the disease spreads across the whole country, continent or world and takes away millions of lives, the term epidemic is too light to describe what's happening. और जब यही महामारी जियोग्राफिकली एक लार्ज स्केल पर स्प्रेड आउट हो जाती है, लाइक इन अ कंट्री और कॉन्टिनेंट और रादर द होल वर्ल्ड, देन इन दैट केस इसे पैंडेमिक कहा जाता है. नाउ आई थिंक यू कैन गिव मी द एग्जांपल ऑफ अ पैंडेमिक. You might have guessed it correctly. Yes, this pandemic is COVID-19. The whole world is struggling with this pandemic. Though there seems no hope that it will get over soon, but let's pray for the well-being of the entire humanity. Now let's take up the next pair of words, implicit and explicit. Dear students, before we get the meaning of these two words, just notice what difference do you find between these two words just by looking at them. Well, there's a difference of the prefix. Dear students, इन दोनों words की spelling में अलग prefixes का use किया हुआ है. In the first word we have IM and in the second word we have EX. And this simple change of the prefix is usually enough to give the word a different meaning, or even sometimes it turns it into its antonym, its opposite. Now let's understand the meaning of these two words. Implicit is something that is implied, or in other words, that is not expressed directly but still understood, because it's suggested by the choice of words or the tone of voice and other factors. Whereas the word explicit, it is something that is stated directly and fully, with no room left for implications. And the translation of this word explicit in Hindi is स्पष्ट, जबकि implicit का हिंदी में अर्थ है अप्रत्यक्ष या अस्पष्ट अथवा अंतर्निहित. Now let's see the examples of these two words. Her words contained an implicit threat. Another example, it's an explicit statement. The next pair of words consists of affluent versus affluent. This is a pair of homophones because their pronunciation is the same but spelling and meaning are different. There is just one letter difference in the spelling, and that's the first letter. In the first word it's A and in the second one it's E. Now what's their meaning? The first affluent with A, as a noun it means somebody who is wealthy, whereas the second one with E, it means a stream that flows out, such as from a lake or reservoir, or it means an outflow of something. But as an adjective, the first word affluent with A, it means abundant, copious, plenteous, while the second word affluent with E, it means flowing out or outflowing. This word as a noun also means discharge of liquid waste matter or sewage, etc. Now let's have the examples of these words in sentences. His parents are very affluent. Please mind the word used here. This is affluent. Now let's take up the second affluent. The effluent from the factory makes the river unsafe for swimming. In this sentence, this effluent means a flow of any liquid waste. I hope the meaning is quite clear. These two words, effluent and affluent, have completely different meanings. So dear students, I hope now all these confusing words are no more confusing for you. In case you are still confused, please watch this video again and then please frame at least 10 sentences using these words. You can write those sentences in the comment section. I would be happy to check over there. Bye for now. Thank you for joining. Happy learning.